New potions and plants can be unlocked for your tool wheel by purchasing recipes from J. Pippin's Potions and Seeds at Dog.
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
How frustrating for you. I can see why. How frustrating for you.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
I'll do it. I'm not What else is in the cellar?
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'll do it.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
I'll do it. What was your business?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
I'll do it. I'm not comfortable with this.
I'll get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I spoke with him. We're actually working together.
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I could try and stop by. Why did you leave your box of letters?
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I could try and stop. Why does
Mrs. Spruttle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I could try and stop by.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aiden was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Map. Hogsmeade. Collection chests. Dogweed and Deathcap. Hogsmeade. Merlin Trial. Merlin Trial. A friend indeed. Field Guide Challenge. Field Guide challenges are the only way to earn. Remember the tab tool wheel in difficult combat scenarios. Plants and potions are very powerful, and often the only way to complete.
Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Spruttle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Spruttle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Spruttle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me. I can certainly try and find some for you. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Spruttle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle. What was Sirona like?
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Four.
Hope they know what they're doing.
I'm always giving them dull tasks.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Spruttle mentioned.
What was that? I'll check you.
Q will Caps Lock Target Lock is an effective tool against any enemy you want to combat.
Cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more Horklumps. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Incendio! Revelio. That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo!
Try again. Your journey has ended. Retry. A white outline indicates your active target. Aim mode mouse right button.
Revelio. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. That was a close one. Revelio. That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Level. Inventory. Inventory. Notes. Resources. 19. Level. Quests. Collections. Enemies. Enemies. 36 out of 69. Mountain Troll. The Troll's forehand backhand club swing pattern traits. Level. 24.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you are not secretly a Legilimens, but I wonder that you seemed to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me. Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether. And now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. Escape. My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon. Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite, cream crowdy. She was delighted. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at—
I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
4 spells. 4 spells can be assigned to your spell set. 3 additional spell sets may be purchased with talent points. Four. Map. South Hogsmeade Valley. Enemy level. South Hogwarts, the Highlands. Enemy level.
This must be it.
Talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You said...
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
Happy to help. May I ask you
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Were you on the Quidditch team? Are Mrs. Sprottle and you as close as you seem?
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
Happy to help. Were you on the Quidditch team?
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is! Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Happy to help. Were you on the Quidditch?
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
Happy to help.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories. I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Map. Hogsmeade. The Man Behind the Moons. Venomous Revenge. Madame Snelling's Tress Emporium. World Map. The Highland, Hogsmeade Valley. South Hogsmeade Valley. Hogsmeade, Upper Hogsfield. New potions and plants can be unlocked for you. Track undiscovered flow flames to unlock permanent fast travel locations and shorten the time it takes to reach new activities and locations.
My sincerest gratitude, you brave soul. Oh, it's you?
Hamlet Shop.
The good
Sell
you've done on
items.
behalf of the Upper Hogsfield
Dark Arts Cloak.
residents. I thank
Dark Arts
you.
Cloak. Silver half-rim spectacles. Leather flat cap. Gold dragon-eyed black bowler hat. Silver four-eyes spectacle. House emblem scarf. Frameless tinted stinger dueling gloves. Deluxe house cloak. Fringed crimson clockwork scarf. Crepuscular cape. Prefect vest uniform. Red plaid garb. Indigo sorcerer hat. Superb. Required level.
Thank you for passing through.
Map. The Highland, Hogsmeade Valley. The Highland, East Hogsmeade Valley. The eastern side, Hogsmeade Valley. The Highland, map. Quests. Venomous Revenge. Mouse right button. Map. Hogsmeade. Glad Rags Wizard, Venomous Revenge. Spintwitch's Sporting, South Hogsmeade, Venomous Revenge. Spintwitch's Sporting Needs. Honeydukes. A sweet shop stocked with a variety of The Man Behind the Moons. Spintwitch's Sporting Needs. South Hogsmeade. The appearance of any gear can be altered in the gear. Field guide challenges are the only way to earn experience points and levels. New challenges will be discovered as you advance. Remember that some enemies are vulnerable to certain spells and techniques in your arsenal.
This must be the cellar. Now, to find that venomous tentacula. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
What could be? Stop! Stop, bandit!
Gear. Gear. Outfit. Prefect vest, equipped item. Aristocratic ensemble. Extraordinary. Prefect vest uniform, equipped item. Prefect vest uniform, equipped item, equipped item, equipped item. Level 24.
Anyone care enough to remove my demiguise statues?
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
I find them intriguing. They're terrorizing Gladwin Moon.
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl. On your stationery.
Ah. Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Huh, hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Hogwarts caretaker is an important job. He's too big for his boots.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly, until you started clearing them out.
My apologies.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Map. Hogsmeade. Hogwarts map. Flame, the bell tower wing. The man behind the south wing. A white outline in the appearance of any gear can be altered in the gear. New potions and plants can be unlocked for your tool wheel by purchasing recipes from J. Pippin's Potions and Seeds at Dogweed and Deathcap.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues.
It was someone you bullied in school. It was your friend from school.
It was an old schoolmate of yours, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes that nickname.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Map. Flame's locations, quests. In the shadow of the estate. I promised Sebastian I would meet him in Feldcroft. He hopes meeting a new student will bring some cheer to his sister Anne. But something ominous is happening in Feldcroft. In the shadow of the estate. I promised Sebastian I would. Mouse right button. Untrack quest. F. Locate on map. Escape. Back. Map. South Hogwarts, Feldcroft region. In the shadow of the estate. I promised Sebastian I would meet him in Feldcroft. He hopes meeting a new Feldcroft. Feldcroft. Hold tab to inspect crafting requirements. A white outline indicates your active target. Aim mode mouse right button reveals additional secondary targets, and a reticle.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry. Surely there's something.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand. Hope could be a good thing.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
Sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met my first day at Hogwarts. In the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts. But I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I can try. Sebastian's made up his mind.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
He was out of line. He's trying to do what's right.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. I don't think you know who you're dealing with. There you are. Just get it.
Arrest the momentum.
That was unimpressive.
Defender. Incendio.
Sendo. I won't rest. No! I will make you pay.
Incendio.
I'll get you for this. What?
You've made your last mistake. How nice of you to stop by. This is where you will pay. Rather Just you wait till I'm on solid ground!
Confringo!
I won't let you such arrogance.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
No! I will make you pay.
Incendio!
I'm a goblin, not a toy! One less human to worry about. A quick word.
Your journey has try again. Between quests is a good time to identify new gear, sell excess to vendors, and increase your gear capacity by completing Merlin trial challenges.
We must remain unseen. You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Oh, like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were.
Incendio! Incendio!
Level 24. Escape.
Incendio! Defendo!
Rather unwise coming back this way. I won't. You've made your last mistake. You will suffer. I won't rest. Such arrogance. Not quiet enough. You look tired. Oh, little, you can't stop. Not quick enough.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio. Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelt smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
They were trying to hide something. They'll kill for no reason. They were trying to hide.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once.
Revelio.
But that's all I ever heard.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Reparo. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the
Journal entry of Isidore.
I traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming.
Revelio. Incendio.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Reparo. Lumos.
Escape. Lumos. Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Lumos. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange,
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I have a rare ability to see whispers of ancient magic.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. I knew you weren't telling me everything. Ancient magic. What does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but the Keepers have said that it's a powerful magic that should only be wielded by a select few.
And you can wield it?
I don't know, but Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to...
Level 24. Settings. Save game. Exploring. Exploring. Saving. Empty save. Save complete. Collections. Inventory. Notes. Wizarding Cracker. Level. Gear. Gear. Neckwear. Dusky wool scarf. Equipped item. Level. Gear. Cloaks and robes. Equipped item. Equipped item. Level. Inventory. Track on. Remember the tools that exist to help you navigate. Caps Lock. Target lock is an effective tool against any enemy you want to combo, or otherwise find difficult to track.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Escape. Back.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Quests. All. Relationships. Assignments. Inventory. Inventory. Quest items. Rune diagram. Level. Talents.
Revelio.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbottom Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Owl Post. Professor Garlic. Piers Pemberton. Quests. All. Astronomy class. The High Keep. Natty is waiting for me near a castle ruin. Astronomy class. Professor Shaw's mouse right button. Map. Flame's location. Astronomy class. Astronomy class. Professor Shaw's class is at the top of the astronomy U. This is your location. Astronomy class. Quests. Astronomy class. Map. Astronomy class. The Astronomy Wing. The Hall of Hero Diana. Charms class. Track undiscovered flames to unlock Our Revelio can sometimes help reveal the solution to a difficult magic puzzle.
Professor, do you have time to chat?
I always have time for my students. How may I help you?
How long have you taught at Hogwarts?
I wondered if I might ask how long you've been teaching at Hogwarts.
Well, it's been what now? 7 swift years. Time does fly because we have fun. Essential in my opinion. An eager, positive, and confident mind is the most open to knowledge, I find.
Some of the professors may not agree with your approach.
Well, each of us has our own style, I suppose. Some in the teaching field believe that hard work and dedication are the only keys to success. But they forget what drives those things. If one cannot fathom why some would expend energy on gobstones, then one is blind to the enormous power of play.
And that's why you teach the way you do.
Precisely. I strive to be the sort of professor that I would have enjoyed in school. My experience was less cheerful.
How unfortunate. Perhaps it made you who you are.
Perhaps you wouldn't be who you are without that experience.
Had I received a more traditional education, well, enough about my student days. You are here now, and it would be a shame if you didn't enjoy it.
I'll do my best, Professor. Thank you for the advice.
You are most welcome. Try to have a bit of fun today.
Map. Flames look. Astronomy class. The astronomy wing. Mouse right button. The astronomy wing.
Revelio. Alohomora.
QE. Move green spark. AD. Move red spark. Escape. Back.
Revelio.
Possible classroom games. Levitation lesson. Encourage students to levitate blocks through raised hoops or similar. Disarm and dodge. Hone expelliarmus and reflexes. Targets on a tangent. Back to basics with cat.
Alohomora.
QE. Move green spark. AD. Move red spark. Escape. Back.
Revelio.
Dark Tower Cell. Guide pages. It is said that, centuries ago, a charms professor kept a troll here on which students could practice particularly challenging spells. Shocking, to be sure, but perhaps unsurprising during a time when Quidditch involved the use of live snidgets. One can only wonder what it may be used for in the future.
Revelio. 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 Alohomora.
QE. Move green spark. AD. Move red spark. Escape. Back.
Revelio. Alohomora.
QE. Move green spark. AD. Move red spark. Escape. Back.
Revelio.
Dear Professor Shaw, thank you for your recent submission regarding celestial anomalies.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time, even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
She sounds fascinating. Doesn't sound that impressive. She sounds...
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
I'll see what I can do. What did Hero...
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
I'll see what I can do. What did Hero Diana...
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
I'll see what I can do.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make... I didn't hear anything. She was humming again.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Quests. In the Shadow of the Bloodline. The Hall of Hero Diana. In the Shadow of the Bloodline. The Hall of Hero Diana. Sophronia mentioned the hall. Astronomy class. The High Keep. Natty is waiting for me near a castle ruin. Astronomy class. Professor Shaw's class is at the top. Mouse right button. Map. Hogwarts. The Grand Staircase. The Astronomy Wing. Astronomy Tower. Track undiscovered flow flames to unlock The appearance of any gear can be altered in the gear menu to look like any other basic gear you have looted, or unique appearances you have collected.
Revelio.
Gear. Level. Handwear. Handwear. Facewear. Avian, gray. Imperial, gray and soft spiral. Avian, gray. Cloaks and robes. Tanned cloak. Azure mosaic. Unidentified. Unidentified. Diamond weave. Equipped item. Outfit. Outfit. Nocturne teal. Prefect vest uniform. Equipped item. Facewear. Collections. Inventory. Notes. Ronan's lesson. Isidora. Letter from a public. Award for excellence. Bardolph Beaumont Diary Entry 01 of 0. Letter to Fig from Roland Oakes' Journal. Collections. Wand handles. Celestial. Conjurations. 40 out of 140. Decorations and gameplay stations conjured in the Room of Requirement. Conjuration spellcrafts can be found in collection chests. Level. Gear. Gear. Neckwear. Striped house. Equipped item. Dusky wool. Equipped item. Outfit. Equipped item. Talents. Ingredient. Revelio pages. 58 out of 150. Field guide pages discovered with Revelio that reveal interesting facts about the world around you. Revelio pages can. Level. 24.
As a trusted ally and friend.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
I'm glad to have helped. Anything more to those?
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. Ugh, it's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
I'm glad to have helped.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
I hope you're enjoying your gift from the mer people. Not that you'd appreciate it.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
The appearance of any gear can be altered in the gear menu to look like any other base.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Thank you. How kind. I can't take your telescope.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a couple.
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Confringo!
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you'd like help finding it? So, the telescope came with a catch? And you'd like help finding it? So, the telescope...
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Sounds exciting. I'm in. I suppose I could join you.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
Keeping 1 force, 1 control, and 1 damage spell in your spell set will prepare you.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected. More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett. Revelio.
Mouse.
The
Point
constellation
telescope.
should appear near the center of your
WS.
view.
Zoom. AD. Rotate telescope. Escape. Back.
As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
I look forward to that. Ha. If you say so. I look forward.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Level 25. Settings. Save game. Exploring. In the shadow of the estate. Saving. Exploring. Level. Gear. Face wear. Blue 4 eyes spectacles. Cloaks and robe. Settings. Inventory. Quest items. Sort alphabetically. Escape. Telescope. Level. Talents. Spells. Stealth. Sense of secrecy 2. Enemy's ability to detect you is reduced. Dark arts. Dark arts. Slowing curse. Spells. Spells. Diffindo mastery. Core. Core. Purchase talent. Protogo mastery. Stupefy expertise. Stupefy deals direct. Protogo mastery. Perfect Protogo releases a damaging blast that breaks enemy shields. Dark arts. Stealth. Sense of secrecy 2. Enemy's ability to detect you is reduced. Required level. Core. Level 25. Settings. Challenges. Exploration 7%. Escape. Back. View constellations from 5 unique astronomy tables. 1 out of 5. Gear appearance reward. Level 25. Settings. Save game. Exploring. Manual save. Exploring. Save complete.